what's up everyone, it's Teja here, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to create your first Android application with Java. So please watch this video until the end to completely understand this tutorial, and I assure you that if you watch this video until the end you will surely be able to create your first Android application, but only if you have some basic knowledge about Java. So if you don't have any knowledge about Java, then you can learn Java if you're interested. I have Java programming video tutorials on my channel, so you can basically watch 2 of these videos to learn some basics about Java, and you can also search through the internet to learn Java. So let's go get started. So in this video I'm going to use Android Studio, and if you want to learn how to install Android Studio on your PC, then you can watch other video tutorials on YouTube, or hopefully I'll be making a new video tutorial on how to install Android Studio on your PC. And if I make a video on how to install Android Studio on your PC, then you'll be finding the link to that video either in the description or in the suggested cards at the top of the video. So anyway, firstly, after installing the Android Studio, just create a new project, and you're going to see a window like this. Now over here, name your application. For example, let me say this as tutorial, and here you give the company domain. It can be anything. For example, I'm giving here techraj156.com, and choose your project location. So I'll be letting it to be the default one, and then click on the next button. Now over here in the minimum SDK region, just select the version of the Android on which you want your Android app to run. So just click on this one and you will see various options, and you have all the versions of Android from the oldest to the newest. So if you click on help me choose here, it shows you this something like a graph or whatever. So here it says if you use the oldest version of Android, that is 2.3 Gingerbread, then your app has a possibility of running on 98.3% of Android devices. And if you if you design your app for Android, the latest version of Android, that is 6.0 Marshmallow, then you have only 15.3% probability that your Android app running on any Android device. So it's better, it's recommended that you choose the oldest version of Android available here. And once you select the version of the Android, here you can see by targeting APA 9 and later, your app will run on approximately 100.0% of the devices. So since I have selected the oldest version of Android here, my app has a possibility to run on 100% of the Android devices. So it's better to choose the oldest version of Android over here, and you can just leave all these empty and then click on next. And from here you got to select empty activity and then click on the next button. And here in the activity name, you can just let it be the default name, that is the main activity. And in the layout name, by default the layout name is activity_main. So just let it be like that, and then click on the finish button finally, and then your project should be created. So here we go. Here is how your project is going to look like as soon as you create it. And in the left side of the screen you will see 2 folders, one named as app and the other one named as Gradle scripts. So just double click on the app, and you will see that it gets extended, and you will see the 3 subfolders which were present inside the folder app. So in these 3 folders, just extend this RES folder, that is the resources folder, and inside it you will see another 4 subfolders. And from all these 4 subfolders, just double click on layout subfolder, and inside that you will see one XML file which is named as activity_main.xml. So just double click on it, and then you will see something like this. Now over here you will see text and design. So just go to the design tab, and once you go there, you will see the layout of your Android app. So this is the layout of your Android app. However, you can change the theme of your Android app. To do that, you can just go and select the app theme option over here, and here you have various pre-installed themes for your Android application. So I'll be choosing the default layout to my Android application. Maybe a different one. Okay, I'll be choosing this theme for my Android application. So by default, you are going to see a text view on your Android activity_main.xml folder. I mean, on the layer of your Android app, and the text which it contains is going to be hello world. So just click on that and it gets selected, and you can just tap on the delete button on your keyboard, and then that text view gets deleted. And over here you have a widgets folder, and inside the widgets folder you have various types of elements like the text view, button, toggle button, checkbox, radio button, all these. Now this widgets is actually a Java package or a Java library, and if you want to use any of the contents of this Java library, then you have to import this widgets package into your program so that you can use these elements such as button or text view or anything. So for example, let me drag and drop a text view onto my Android application. So just drag it and then drop it onto your layout, layout like the preview thing. And here you have the text view. You can adjust it, and once you drop it, just go to the text tab, and here you will see some XML code. And in this XML code, here we go, this is the text view which we have added to our Android application. And here you will see Android :id equal to followed by this ID. So here you can change this ID to whatever you want, but make sure that this is in the form @ followed by plus followed by okay, it should be like @ followed by plus followed by ID followed by / and then here goes the name of the ID. So for example, let me change the name of the ID as txt for simplicity. So don't delete all these text and don't replace all this text with txt. Instead, just replace the part which is after the / and give it the name whatever you want. So for example, here I'm going to give the ID as txt. So the ID of this text view now is going to be txt. And here in the Android :text equal to text view, you can change this text to whatever you want. For example, let me say hello YouTube, and now let me go to the design tab, and here you will see a hello world text over inside this text view. You can actually increase the font size, and to increase the font size, you can just add another code here. You can say Android text size equal to followed by the size of the text. For example, let me give it 25 dp. So yeah, here we go. The text is big enough, or let me give it around 40 dp. Yeah, 40 is good. So this is how you can change the text size. Well, what is this dp? So this dp is actually it's to make sure that this text is adjusted in every Android device. Like every Android device has its own dimensions. So what this dp does is it adjusts this text on every Android device, whatever the dimension of the screen may be. It just sets the text size as 40 relative to the dimensions of the screen. So just keep that in mind. So now we have successfully added a text view into our Android layout. However, you can even change the text color. You can do that by typing in Android font or text color. Yeah, text color equal to followed by the color code of the color. Let me give some color code like this. This color code is for deep blue color. So you can see the preview of the color code here. If you click on this, you will see choose color window. So over here you can choose the color. So let me go to the design, and here we go. The color of the text is now changed to deep blue. So we have successfully changed the color of the text, and we have also successfully changed the size of the text. Okay, now let's add a button to our Android app. So in the widgets folder you will see a button option. So just drag that and drag it onto your Android application layout. And here we go. Here we have the button. So now go to the text tab here, and here we go. Here we have the XML code for the button. So let me change the ID of this button to like BTN, and let me change the Android underscore layout underscore width property to match underscore parent. So what this does is it it actually fits the button to the to the whole of the Android layout width. So just like this, it goes from this end to this end, completely fits the app layout. So that is what this match underscore parent thing does. And so here you can also change the color of the button. Of course, you can type in Android background equal to, followed by the color code. Let me give the same color code here, and let me say red color. Let me choose a red color, and here we go. We have a red button here, and you can also change the text of this button. So to do that, just go to the text tab, and in the button XML code you will find a property which says Android text equal to, followed by the text. So you can actually change the text here. So like let me say A, capital A. Okay, and of course let me give the Android ID as button 1, BTN 1. Okay, well so now we have this thing here, and yes, you can also change the size of the text of this button. To do that, you can give another code like Android text size equal to 40 dp, the same as we've given for the text view. And there we go. We have a button, a red button with a text capital A in it, with a size of 40 dp. So in the same way, let me create another button. Let me drag and drop another button over here, and let me change the properties to let me change the width to match underscore parent, and then let me also give the background color as a blue color. So I'll be copying this color code of the text view, and I'll be pasting it here. So now I have a blue button over here, and let me change the text of the button here to capital B, and then let me also give the text size as 40 dp, and here we go. We have a second button B with a blue background color and with a text of capital B, which is of 40 dp size. So we have now one text view, one button. This is the button 1, BTN 1, and this is the second button. And let me change the ID as BTN 2. Okay, let me say BTN 2. So we have our text view, button A. The ID of this button is BTN 1, and then we have a second button, and the ID of this second button is BTN 2. And now let me also add another button, and the same thing here. Let me type the text as capital C, and let me change this property to match underscore parent, and let me change the ID of this third button to BTN 3, and let me change the background color as like green color. Let me choose green color. And then the text size, I'm going to give the text size as 40 dp. And so here I have three buttons: button BTN1, BTN2, BTN3. The BTN1 has a text capital A, and the BTN2 has the text capital B, and the BTN3 has the text capital C. So now let me show you a simple technique, when the user clicks on the first button, that is the button A, then the text in this text view is going to change to button A has been clicked, and if the user clicks the button B, then this text view should have the text button B is clicked. And then if the user clicks on the button C, then this text view should have the text button C is clicked. So let's go ahead and let's code this app in such a way that that this text view shows us which button we have clicked. So let's go and get started. In the left side of the screen, you just go to the Java folder under the app folder, and then extend this com dot followed by the domain name. This domain name you should be mentioning it while creating this this project. So extend this, and under it you have main activity class. So just double click on that, and then you will see a window like this. Over here, firstly what we have to do is we have to link the Android activity underscore main XML file to this main activity class. Not exactly the whole of the activity underscore main.xml. We have to link all the elements which were present in the activity underscore main XML. In our case, we have one text view and three buttons. So we have to link all these four elements into our main activity class. Well, when the app is firstly executed, what happens is this main activity class gets executed firstly. Before anything, this main activity class is going to get executed. So fix that in your mind, that when the app is executed, the first thing that's going to happen is the execution of the main activity class. So inside this main activity class, we have to link all the elements which we have created and which we have added in the XML folder, in the activity underscore main XML folder. So firstly, I have as you know, I have one text view and three buttons. So firstly, I have to declare all of those. So you have to declare those inside the main activity class right here. So this main activity class is from this from this flower brace to this flower brace. So inside this is all the main activity class. So firstly, here let me declare all of the elements. So firstly, what you have to do is you have to import the widget package. As I have told you before, in order to use any of the widgets like the button or text view or the checkbox, whatever, you have to firstly import the widget class. So what you have to do is import Android dot widget dot firstly let me import the text view, and then I have to also import the button class from the widget package. So I'm gonna say import Android dot widget dot button. So these are the two elements which I have used in my layout folder. So I'll be importing both of these. So now I have successfully imported the button class as well as the text view class from the widget Java package. So now I'll be able to use the button as well as the text view in my Android program. So inside the main activity class, I'm going to actually declare a button, three buttons, and then one text view. So it should go like button, the name of the data type, followed by any variable name, like let me say btn1, or let me say button A, and then let me initialize another button as button B, and then let me initialize the third button as button C. So I have successfully declared 3 buttons in my main activity class. Now it's time to declare the text view inside this main activity class. So to do that, you can use the keyword or the data type text view followed by the name of the variable. It may be anything. For example, let me say txt view. Okay, so now I have declared 3 buttons and 1 text view, and the name of the variables are button A, and then button B, the second button, button C, that is the third button, and then the txt view, that is the text view. So we have successfully imported, or we have successfully declared these 4 elements in our main activity class. And the next thing that you have to do is that you have to something like make the compiler understand that these 4 variables that you have used in the main activity class refers to the 4 elements which you have added in the XML folder. Like, let me be more specific. You have to make the compiler understand, or you have to tell the compiler that this variable, the first variable button 1, button A, represents to the first button in our XML folder, that is with the ID btn1, and then this button B represents or refers to the second button with the ID btn2, that is in our XML layout, XML file, and then the third button, button C, represents or refers to the third button, that is the button with the ID btn3, and also the txt view variable refers to the text view in our XML folder or in our XML file with the ID txt. So to do that, you have to go inside this protected void on create method, and inside this what you have to do is inside this what you have to do is you have to actually make the compiler understand, and how to make the compiler understand, or how to tell the compiler that these 4 variables that you created are referring to the elements which you have added in your XML folder. To do that, you have to say button A, that is the variable name of the first button, equal to button in between circular braces followed by find view by ID, and inside these 2 circular braces you have to mention the ID of the of that specific button. So we have to say r dot id dot the button A represents the btn1, right? So I have to say r dot id dot followed by the ID name of the button. So in this case it is btn1, and then a semicolon, and now I have successfully linked this variable button A to the button which is to the actual button which is present in our XML layout folder, which has the which has the ID as btn1. So the next thing is you have to do this with all these remaining 3 elements. So nextly I'm going to say button B equal to button in between the square braces, and then followed by find view by ID, and in between the circular braces you have to say r dot id dot followed by the ID of the button which is to be linked to this button B variable. So in this case the ID is going to be btn2. So in the same way I'm going to do this for button C. I'm going to say button C equal to button find view by ID r dot id dot, this time I'm going to say btn3. So now I have successfully linked these three buttons with the actual buttons which were present in the XML folder. So it's time to link the text view now. So here the variable name of the text view is txt view, as you could see here. So I'm going to say txt view equal to text view in between circular braces, and then find view by id, and then r.id dot followed by the id of the text view, that is txt. And that's it. Now we have linked this button A to the to actually this first button, and then we linked the button B to this button, and then we link the button C to this button, and finally we link the txt view to the text view, that is this text view which is containing the text hello YouTube. So we have successfully done it now. Now the next thing is to set on click listeners for all of the three buttons. So to do that you can simply type in the variable name, but firstly I'm going to do it with the button A. So I'm going to say button A dot set on click listener, this in between the brackets. And yeah, you are going to see an error like this. So to fix this error, you have to type in implements on click listener. So you have to add this code after the public class main activity statement over here. And similarly you can say button B dot set on click listener, this, and then button C dot set on click listener, this. So that's it. We have now successfully created the on click listeners for all of these three buttons. So now we can actually programmatically know or detect when the user clicks on any of these three buttons. So the next thing is you got to come out of the main activity class. So simply not the main activity class, you have to come out of the on create method, and after this you have to start another method. So just hold Control and I on your keyboard together, and then you will see a new method on click. The parameters are view. So just import that, you just start that method. So just double click on it, and then you will see another method starts like this. Now as you could see, the name of this method is on click. Now what is the use of this method? Now whenever the user clicks on any of these three buttons, this method is going to be executed. So just fix that in your mind, that whenever our user is going to click on any of these three buttons, like either the button A or button B or button C, this method named on click is going to get executed, and the control is going to come inside this code snippet, this method. And here you have to say if view dot get id equals r dot id dot btn1, then inside this if block you can actually type the code which you want to execute when the user clicks on the first button, that is the button A. So what is this if view.getID equal to r.btn1? Now since we have three buttons in our XML folder, so whenever the user clicks on any of these three buttons, this method is going to be executed. So in order to be specific about which button the user actually clicked, we are using this if block here. So what this does is it is going to check the ID. It's going to get the ID of the content on which the user clicked, and then if that ID is equal to the btn1, that is If that ID is equal to the ID of the button A, that is the first button, then we are going to execute a code that we want to do when the user clicks on the button A. Similarly, you can also say if view.getID equal to r.id dot, this time let me say btn2, and here is an if block, and so this if block is going to be executed when the user clicks on the btn2, that is the button B. And similarly, let me do it for button C. So let me say if view.getID equal to r.id.btn3, and this if block is going to be executed when the user clicks on the button C. So now we have 3 if blocks here. So let me say that when the user clicks on the first button, that is the button A, then the text of the text view should change to something like the user clicked on button A. So in this if block here, let me say txt view, that is the text view dot set text. This set text property actually is used to change the text of the text view. So let me set the text as A is clicked. So what this does is when the user clicks on the button A, the control is going to come into this on click method, and once it comes into this on click method, it's going to check this condition, and firstly it's going to check if view.getID equal to r.id.btn1. So what this does is it actually checks on which button actually the user clicked on. So if the user clicks on the button A, then this condition is going to be true since the ID of the button A is btn1. So since this condition is true, this statement which is inside the if block is going to be executed, and this statement says this statement actually commands the compiler to change the text of the text view to A is clicked. In a similar way, let me say in the second if block, let me say text view dot set text B is clicked. And similarly, in the third if block, that is the condition when the button C is clicked, let me say txt view dot set text C is clicked. So now we have successfully done coding this. So when the user clicks on the button 1, this if block is going to be executed, and this statement inside the if block, that is text view dot set text A is clicked, is going to be executed, which means the text of the text view is going to be changed to A is clicked. And when the user clicks on the button B, the second if block is going to be executed since the ID of the button B is btn2, and the text of the text view is going to be changed into B is clicked. And similarly, when the user clicks on the button C, this third block is going to be executed since the ID of the button C is btn3, and the text of the text view is going to be changed as C is clicked. So that's it. Now let me save this and let me compile this. Let me run this app. So to run this app, you can find this symbol like this triangle symbol. It says run app, or you can directly hold shift plus F10 on your keyboard to run it. So if you click on that, you will see AVD manager window. This AVD stands for Android Virtual Disk, I guess. Well, this is actually an Android emulator. This is used to test your Android apps. So anyway, let me test my Android app now. Let me run it. By the way, this AVD manager comes with the Android Studio by default. So when you're installing Android Studio, you're also going to install AVD manager. So here we go. Here is our app. So let me test it. Firstly, let me click on the first button, that is the button A. And here we go. Once I click on the button A, the text inside the text view is changed as A is clicked. And now let me click on the button B. and then the text is changed as B is clicked, and then let me say let me click on the C button, and the text is changed as C is clicked. So which means this app is working perfectly and this technique is working fine. So this is how to create a simple Android app with Java, and I hope I'll be making more videos about this, about Android Studio, about how to make Android apps using Java. So stay tuned to TechRaj for more videos, for more Java programming videos, and yeah, that's it. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up below. Make me happy by hitting that thumbs up button, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, you can feel free to comment below or email me at anonymoushacker156@gmail.com. The email ID will be in the description below. If you're watching this on your mobile, click on the bell symbol and you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Hit the subscribe button for more videos. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/techraj156. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/techraj156. Visit my website at techraj156.com. Thanks for watching. Cheers.